As someone who, as a young lawyer, had a hand in drafting the Cheques legislation in Canada, I know of what I speak. There used to be something called the Five Eyes, and it was United States, Canada, Britain, New Zealand, and Australia, and they were the top of security and intelligence. And now, there's been no breakup of that officially, but when Canada tries to do something, it's out of the game. United States, Britain, Australia, Canada's no longer there. Justin says, it's no big deal. Brian Lilley is a columnist for the Toronto Sun. I don't know if he thinks it's a big deal, but he's going to be here and I'm going to ask him. Does this matter that Canada is now a bit player in world affairs?
It does, and I thought it did back in the election campaign when it was revealed, oh no, we're not going to be part of this new organization with the US, Australia, and Britain, but no Canada, no New Zealand. You know, the two most progressive, forward-thinking politicians on the planet, Justin Trudeau and Jacinda Ardern, they're blocked out. Oh, no, it's just about buying submarines, we were told. No, it's not, because now they've announced they're developing hypersonic weapons to go and be able to beat Russia and China and other adversaries going forward. We're not part of it.
We're not in the picture.
No.
So, well, wait a second. We have a pacifist prime minister. We aren't even doing anything with Ukraine. So let's just go along for the ride and not be part of it.
Look, he's claiming that we're doing a big defense push, that this last budget that they brought out last week, it's going to be great, and we're going to have $8 billion in new spending. But just like every time Justin Trudeau has increased spending in Canada's defense sector, it has been backloaded. So it's a couple $100 million this year. There's some money for Ukraine. I like that. Can we spend it fast enough? I doubt it. But we're backloading all the spending. The last prime minister to begin an increase in defense spending was actually Paul Martin, Liberal. So I'll give him credit for that. Stephen Harper continued it and did something very important. He started buying equipment quickly instead of taking 20 years to decide what plane to buy. But then even he figured out, you know what? There's no votes in it, so we're going to drop it. Justin Trudeau doesn't believe in defense spending, so he's going to pay lip service to it but not deliver. That's why we're cut out.
Is that why the armed forces are still using old handguns? We haven't had new handguns, I understand, for decades and decades, and decisions kept being pushed off.
Look, when I trained in 1990, I was trained on equipment that was Korean War vintage. So, this is not a new system for us. This is not a new problem. This has been ongoing for decades. Defense spending peaked in the early 1960s, started to drop under Lester Pearson, precipitously under Pierre Trudeau, and it's never really recovered.
And now his son is going to finish the job. We laugh at it, but it's not a laughing affair. Brian Lilley, thanks very much. 3 minutes. The simple fact that nowhere in the mainstream press was there an analysis of Trudeau's speech to the European Parliament and parliamentarians' reaction to it is proof positive of the need for this show and other independent analysis. Please tell your friends. Subscribe. Press PayPal so this guy behind the camera can get paid. And thank you for watching.